The Convicts Upskilling Pathways project is a 36-month project that aims, by designing and piloting training modules, to improve the medium to long-term employment prospects of more than 200 women and men prisoners in 6 European prisons in order to promote their social reintegration. We asked professionals and ex-detainees from 4 different European countries about the importance of prison education, both for the daily life of the inmates, their employability, as well as their reintegration.
Ότι δεν υπάρχει τίποτα πιο ουσιαστικό να κάνουμε μέσα στις φυλακές εκτός από επιμόρφωση και κατάρτιση. Δηλαδή, εκπαίδευση και απασχόληση.
With the learning, you can change attitude, behavior, and mindsets and restructure your whole life. So we invest a lot in the education, as we believe that you can have great results in this.
Migliorare dal punto di vista della formazione può aiutarle non solo nel reinserimento, ma anche nel scrollarsi un po' di dosso lo stigma che comunque il carcere continua a portarsi dietro.
Έτσι, αναπτύσσουν τις κοινωνικές δεξιότητες, βοηθά πολύ στην αυτοεκτίμησή τους, τους βοηθά να εκφραστούν συναισθηματικά και κατ' επέκταση να έχουν και πολύ δημιουργικό χρόνο. Πιστεύω βοηθάει και αλληλεπιδρά και στην τοπική κοινωνία.
Sometimes while they participate in these programs, this creates to them a sense of escape. It's as if they are not in prison anymore. They are in a regular educational setting. And this feeling of escaping the prison routine is very, very important to them.
Make your time useful and prepare you for the society in the working environment is essential in prison, and the only chance to make a difference for a positive impact.
There are many examples of training and education programs and practices from prisons in different European countries. The CUP project has set out to document these experiences and learn from good practices in prison education and training for employability. Let's start by looking at CUP partners' many experiences and hearing about their views on what they see as good practices.
So we have information evenings in prisons. We show future employers our production sites there, and inmates who want can work then in the evening, because normally we don't work in the evening, so they can show their skills directly to future employers. If we train somebody in the inside, let's say in metalwork, we make sure that when this man or woman gets out, there is also sufficient work.
Sicuramente l'esperienza positiva del progetto LEI, che quindi prevede diciamo tutto un accompagnamento che offre sia momenti di formazione proprio specifici, no? Che rilasciano quindi una qualifica in un settore specifico.
Να φεύγουν μαθητές από τη φυλακή κάθε πρωί, να παίρνουν το λεωφορείο του χωριού που είμαστε εδώ μαζί με τα άλλα τα παιδιά του χωριού και να πηγαίνουν στο Λύκειο, ο ένας στην πρώτη Λυκείου, στην πρώτη Λυκείου ΕΠΑΛ εδώ του Αλμυρού και ο άλλος στη Δευτέρα Λυκείου, και το μεσημέρι να γίνανε μόνοι τους, έτσι, μαζί με τα άλλα τα παιδιά, και να έρχονται μετά πάλι στη φυλακή.
We allocate abundance of funds in the education of inmates, but more, of course, in the education of the prison staff, because we believe actually the same thing as we believed about the inmates as well. We believe that it contributes to their personal development as well, and to obtain skills that they can help them out in carrying out in a very professional way their duties. It also helps the organization as a whole. When you educate people at all levels, you foster a learning environment, you restructure also the behaviors and attitudes of staff.
If you make the inmate less abstract and give it a face, give it a name, give it a conversation, okay, show me what you can, and they see what our people can, then they are enthusiastic.
Oggi è 4 mesi che faccio il tirocinio, grazie all'Ufficio Pio e a questo progetto. Mi ritrovo che non avrei mai detto, ho quasi il lavoro definitivo, hanno apprezzato le mie qualità e mi sono sentita molto incoraggiata. Ringrazio veramente tanto l'Ufficio Pio che mi ha dato questa possibilità e il carcere, il quale non l'avrei mai detto.
Ringrazio tutti gli organizzatori di questi progetti che ci dà l'opportunità di un inserimento non solo nel mondo lavorativo e anche nella società.
Although there are many examples of good practices and many existing programs in European prisons, successful participation by detainees in these programs is still low, and their effective reintegration is not guaranteed. Why is this so? What are the challenges inside and outside the prison, and how can we change that? Paying particular attention to the existing gaps and challenges in implementing prison education will help CUP partners design effective and replicable training modules to prepare detainees for living and working outside the prison.
Unfortunately, these training programs or educational programs or activities are not permanent. They are either pilot with the support of the European Union or some individuals, volunteers basically, or individual programs with no permanent character.
The biggest gap we have, the problem we have, is that education is not part or is part of the daily program, but it's only a small part of the daily program.
This education, the challenge is that when you deal with prisoners, the profile of prisoners is very diverse. And so you cannot design and implement a uniform program that addresses masses of prisoners.
Poi il fatto che non si possa ricorrere alle tecnologie che invece ci possono essere in un corso di formazione, in un percorso di studio all'esterno. Uno su tutti è l'utilizzo di internet, che in carcere è strettamente limitato da alcune occasioni, non c'è comunque un accesso da parte dei detenuti, e per cui sicuramente il tipo di percorso di studi può essere inficiato da questa cosa, perché può mancare, può alla fine risultare un corso di studio un po' anacronistico.
Η πανδημία μας έδειξε ότι χρειαζόμαστε εργαλεία, χρειαζόμαστε γνώσεις και επιμόρφωση κι εμείς για να έχουμε μια πιο διαδραστική επικοινωνία και εκπαιδευτική δραστηριότητα όχι μόνο των έγκλειστων με εμάς, αλλά και των έγκλειστων με τον έξω κόσμο.
The CUP project will support partners to overcome the existing challenges and develop effective advocacy strategies to trigger change inside and outside prisons.